Hi, this is Don Maycock, and I'm a certified financial planner. This video is about a product from Empire Life called Class Plus 3, Guaranteed Retirement Income for Life. It's a 16-page document that I'm going to review to give you, the listener, an idea of how the product works. It's called an illustration. Using the pointer, it's called an illustration for a fictitious client, Fred Stone. This is page 2, and there's lots of detail, so I would recommend that you pause the video and you can look through all the notes, but I'll point out a couple of, as they call them, highlights in the blue area. The main reason to use this product is the income is guaranteed for life. If you buy it, the product, you will know what your guaranteed income is for life for the investment you put in. You can also start receiving income as early as age 55. That's probably the two main things to know about it. And you can read before you retire, when you retire, and other benefits. But I'm going to skip through that in this part of the illustration. But please, like I say, pause it and read through it. So what an illustration looks like is, at the top, I put in the person's name, Fred Stone, and his date of birth, April 4th, 63. So he's currently 55 years old. And we're assuming he's buying it on the 4th of April, 2018. And he's using money from his RSP. When he turns 71, one of the rules is that the RSP has to convert to a RIF. In fact, anytime you decide to take a payout monthly, you'll have to convert your RSP to a RIF. So that's what it says. So the objective for this fictitious client is to have payouts beginning at age 65, and the withdrawal is, the client wants the lifetime withdrawal amount. That is the term, the LWA, of what the minimum payout is. Now there's two scenarios. The first scenario, scenario 1, uses a balanced portfolio that's 50% fixed income and 50% equity. The illustration assumes an average rate of return of 5.27%, medium volatility, and that over a 30-year period, the rate of return is 6.5%. What I prefer to focus on in this presentation is scenario 2, which I would call a worst case scenario, where you're using a fixed income portfolio that loses 2% every year, and over the 30 years it's a minus 2%. So it's described here. Scenario 2 illustrates a hypothetical negative return of minus 2% each year. This demonstrates how Empire Life Class Plus 3 can continue to provide you with income even when your investment portfolio has been reduced to zero. And we will show that in the charts. And I consider the reason to purchase one of these products or to look at it, it provides downside protection of your portfolio, so you'll know, worst case, how much you'll get paid. They also highlight that in the illustration they did an assumed fund fee rate of 1.15%. And what that is the product is not free. This is the additional fee that you pay over and above the fee for the investment. And what does that mean? On a $100,000 investment, you're paying $1,150 per year to get the guarantee of income. So it's not free, that's what it costs. And then the last table here shows you the summary of deposits. So in 2018, when the client was 55, their initial deposit was made on April the 4th, 2018, in the amount of $100,000. So that's the summary of the illustration. Now here's the actual answer. They give it to you early on. So how much would you be paid from age 65 on? $5,600 every year for the rest of your life. So if we do a calculation, I'll just bring up the calculator and put in $5,600 divided by 12 if you want monthly. $466 is what it would pay. This is illustration scenario 1 with a balanced portfolio having 50% fixed income and 50% equity. And I'm going to skip this page because it's fairly complicated. I'm going to skip a few pages and kind of show you the worst case scenario. Here's a summary page that's worth looking at. So here's how it works. Pictorially, you put in $100,000 the client did when they were 55. Here's another concept. For every year you leave money in, you get what's called an income bonus. That income bonus is 4% of your deposit. So 4% of $100,000 is $4,000. So for each year you would get $4,000, and he did not make any withdrawals for 10 years. So invested when he's 55, started taking income when he's 65. So this is the way the calculation is done. You add your deposit plus your income base bonuses, so 100,000 plus 40,000, and you get 140,000. At age 65, and there's a table that I'll show you at the end of the illustration that you look up for every different year that you would retire. But at age 65, the payout calculation is pretty straightforward. You take the income base and you multiply it by 4%. Again, I'll pop up the calculator. 140,000 times 4% is $5,600, which is the answer here.